That lol call, Duncan, has like 200 messages.
I know, it's been going all night, and
Yeah.
anyways,
Lol, boy.
spawning up here in the top right side of GSL Daybreak from Team Knight, hoping to steady the ship. It is Anubis.
I like that, hoping to study the ship. It's great.
And spawning down here at the bottom left, he's on a roll. He's taking 2 games in a row. It's our red Terran player from Fusion Slugs. It's Eagle.
Is Eagle hoping to sink the ship then? And if so, are they on the same ship or?
See, now you're just getting technical, and I didn't really think it that far through.
Yeah, well, they're probably on different ships. I'm sure that's what you meant.
Yeah, it's like the 1400s, and they're at war with each other on ships, and there's cannon fire going off everywhere, and
All right. Okay.
that's what's going on.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying your metaphor.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm assuming Anubis here will fast expand. It looks like he's sending a scout out now.
Well, there's no early pull, so it does look that way.
I mean, I'll leave you to commentate the Zerg side. I'll talk about the Terran side. Basically, the Terran is screwed. And because it's a Zerg.
Zerg, good unit.
In IEM at the moment, all the Terrans are owning all the Zergs, I think. So, well, at least 4 in like 50-50.
Does look like it is going to be a fast hatch, 15 hatch. He is a little bit slow with the... Oh no, he's not going to be... And there is an NG bay going down, so now he's going to throw down the pool. Now this is going to be quite delayed. What I would have advised there is, first of all, if you are going to go for that 15 hatch, you want to take your drone off of minerals at about 200. And if you take it off at 200, it will literally get to the natural spot on 300, and you can throw the hatch down straight away. He got to his natural at 350, which gave the Terran a little bit more time, and so consequently he's in a little bit of trouble here. What I do like it is that he is going to go and throw down the hatch at his third. But he also brought his drone back up to make the spawning pool. Again, I think it would have been better if he just took a drone off of minerals and used it. It would have been faster, and it would have got down a little bit quicker. But having said that, he has done the right thing by building that hatch at the third.
Okay, that was pretty in-depth. There's a bunker going down at the third, actually, so Eagle is probably looking to rally that Marine straight to that base, I would say, now that it's killed the... Oh, it hasn't quite killed the assimilator, it's just gone up on the different gas. But he is sending 2 Marines and another SCV down to that bunker, so Anubis here really needs to, rather than focusing the Vings on the NG bay, needs to go straight to the bunker.
Yeah, you see, I like this play from our Terran player. First of all, he's forced 6 lings instead of 4. But nice by Anubis, he's going straight for that bunker. I don't know if the Marine will get in time. No, I don't think it will. But he is delaying that the natural even further. As a Zerg player, I like to try and, in this sort of situation... oh, he's throwing down another bunker, that's nice. He's just got it down for the creep. And the Marine is going to get in, so this is now a problem for Anubis. I'll put my thoughts on hold, but that hatch is going to be in a lot of trouble. He's going to be able to cancel that bunker. I think he just missed the cancel, but that hatch, is he going to get the Marine in? No, he just misses out. But this third is going to be in a little bit of trouble, or it's going to force a lot of extra lings out of Anubis.
Yeah, and the sad thing is it's not even a third. It's
Yeah.
At this point, it's so the NG bay is still there. I mean, he's going to be on 1 base if he doesn't take down this bunker, or at least try and kill the NG bay and get another hatch.
I mean, this is so frustrating for a Zerg player. I've had this happen so many times. What I would like to see, I mean, the Queen's popped out now, so it looks like he might try and hit a timing with this Queen, but we do see 4 more lings on the way. I would really like to see Eagle... yes, he has expanded. That's good. I would really like to see him not try and keep committing to this pressure. I played a game the other day where the Terran player did this to me, but he kept committing to it. And eventually, when I managed to clean up the bunker, I counterattacked and wiped out his entire main just because he had nothing there. He was so committed to the pressure when it's supposed to be purely a pressure. So I do like the fact that Eagle is macroing behind this.
Yeah, I mean, I think what needed to happen was if you saw Anubis actually attack that bunker, he had 4 lings attacking it, and even though he had 6, because 2 of them couldn't attack it, and he tried to move 2 of them around to the other side, and the other 2 were still stuck, and he got sidetracked by the coming up with the other bunker, and then he got sidetracked by the marine. But if he had 6 lings focusing that bunker from the moment they got there, I think it would have gone down, or at least caught on fire before the marine could get in there.
I do like the fact that he managed to pull the lings off to kill that engineering bay, and he should be throwing down a hatch there real soon. I also like the fact he's put down a spine crawler, but he really needed to do that a lot earlier. And we do see the hatch does go down. There are a lot of lings in production, but he doesn't have speed. He hasn't started speed. He's got the gas for it. He's got a baneling nest going up, so it looks like he's going to commit to some sort of slow ling bane push. But as we look at Eagle's main base, he's got a 4 barracks wall.
Yeah, this push is going to be really hard to pull off. And he has got a factory coming up as well, so he may even be able to get tanks out in time, but probably not. But it's still just, it's going to be so hard to hold with 4 barracks like that. I mean, there's a depot on the side, but I'm pretty sure that's not part of the wall. Is that depot on the left part of the wall?
Ooh.
It might be, it's hard to tell. Even if it is, I don't think it'll work, because he's got another bunker coming up now as well.
It actually...
Like,
sorry to interrupt, but it actually does look like it is part of the wall.
yeah, so if he's onto that, he can target that depot. But even then, the other thing Eagle should do is just lift up one of the barracks he's built or the factory he's built and put it in between those 2 depots, just so if he really has to, because the lings could kill the wall and just run straight into the main at this point. So
yeah.
just putting a wall there, a secondary wall would be good as well.
So Anubis is double expanding behind this as well.
Yeah, so Anubis isn't committing to aggression anyway.
No,
in which
but
case he probably overmade lings.
oh, he definitely overmade lings.
Yeah, like more than he had to take out the bunker.
I mean, if he's not going to commit to this attack and the 3rd died, he literally didn't need to build any more lings at all. He could have waited for the broodlings to pop, and then with his spine crawler, which was finishing the queen, and the 6 lings he already had, he would have been able to kill that bunker quite comfortably. Instead, well, he's built 33 lings that could have been drones.
Yeah. I mean, did he actually take a look? I don't even think he took a look up at this wall, because, you know, we know there's this 4 barracks wall, but I'm not sure. I'll just take a look at his vision.
He's got vision of it now.
Oh, okay.
He sent a scouting
He
ling
did
in.
look.
Yeah.
That's good. He did, yeah, I mean, once he saw that, in that case, it's wise to just not attack, because that attack was never going to work.
Yeah. But I mean, he is quite behind now. I do like the fact that he's double expanded, so he's going to try and get back into this game. He needs to be pumping like pure drone at this point.
Yeah, he needs to basically take an eco risk to get back in this. And our Terran player, when those medivacs pop, oh, he hasn't got stim even started actually, so he's going to miss a crucial timing here because his stim is very delayed. He probably got his factory up a bit earlier then and should have gone for the tech load first, because he's not going to have a timing now, so what he probably needs to do is just take another expansion. Or he can try and hit a stimless timing, but I don't really like that idea.
He has started stim now, which is good. I was going to say, because he's got multiple marines queued on all of his barracks, so he had the resources to get that stim upgrade. We also see a tech layer going down on the factory, as well as medivacs on the way, so he's going to be able to hit some sort of timing. For our Zerg player, behind his droning, we see +1 armor and melee weapons, which I do like because he has had a lot of gas. At the same time, we do see some Banes being morphed. We do see marines engaging with the Zerglings. Those Banes are not going to get up, and so Anubis is going to have to pull back there. And if we look at the units tab, he's lost almost all of those Zerglings. But he has taken a Harvester lead, which is good.
And if he can morph some Banes before this attack hits, without stim or combat shield, those marines will just melt to the Banes. Unless Eagle can split exceptionally with stimless marines. He's going for a drop now, which is a good idea.
And this drop could do a lot of damage. We do see a lot of lings that have just been produced, but he's morphing all of them into Banes down at his natural. So these marines are going to do significant damage. They snipe the queen, the lings are coming out. Can the marines get into a good position so that the lings can't get an easy surround? No, he's just going to lift up straight away. That's a good decision as the banelings come rolling in. He's up to 15 workers killed now for our Terran player, as well as sniping that queen, which is always annoying.
What you can do, by the way, Terran players out there, is just drop one marine at a time into a baneling pack. and 2 Banelings will instantly just die to 1 Marine, which is very cost efficient for you. So you can do that with a drop. It's a nice play just to get rid of the Banelings for very cheap.
Anubis' macro is just slipping a little bit here. He's got, he did have at one point just then 21 lava and over 1,000 minerals, which he really needs to be spending on either drones or lings.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that drop play may have deterred his macro a little bit. Maybe I'm a bit distracted by that. He's getting a Spore and a Spine in the main, which I really like, and he's leaving 1 Bane there as well. So he's quite ready for drops.
I also like his Overlord placement. If he could just pull this one that's up at the back of his main's mineral line into a line with the others, he'd have almost complete coverage from drops.
Yeah, no, that'd be good. And it looks like Eagle was thinking of dropping, but now he seems to just be thinking, go straight for a main attack. Has he got Stim yet? He has got Stim. Okay, that'll help a lot in this attack. With Stim, I think he can do some damage here.
Eagle did supply block himself again temporarily, but we do see a lot of Banes being morphed now. He's sending in the scouting medivac, which is something I noticed he did in the TVT earlier. And he's going to stim in and try and attack this third. The Banes have finished morphing, so if Anubis reacts quickly enough, he'll be able to get down there. And with a nice surround, he could do quite a significant amount of damage. The tank does siege at the back. The Lings are going to target it. The Banes need to roll in reasonable splitting from Eagle. That's not bad. He's going to trade mildly efficiently there, but I think Anubis is going to have enough to clean it up.
Yeah, I still like that attack. I think he traded fairly well. But his third was started just slightly too late that I think, even though he traded, Anubis' economy is just slightly too far ahead. However, in saying that, our Terran player still has a supply lead. He still has excellent production, and he is now established in his third.
Well, he's up to 20 workers killed, so he's actually ahead on harvesters at the moment.
On that drop play, was it?
Yeah, but I feel like Anubis will be able to. Yeah, we got 10 more drones on the way, so Anubis is doing the right thing. He's droning up heavily now, but he does still need to be wary of another push coming from our Terran player. We see 3 infestors on the way. He does have the pathogen glands upgrade, so they're going to have enough energy for fungal straight away. We also see +2/+2 almost finished for our Zerg player. We check our Terran player's upgrades. He's only on +1/+1. His +2 is about a quarter done. So we're going to have a slight moment where the Zerg player will have an upgrade advantage.
And the Zerg player has got 3 infestors now with fungals, which is going to be really effective against these Marines. Especially so that there's only 2 tanks, and at the moment there is only 1 factory, and it's only producing 1. It's not even producing a tank at the moment. So Infestor Bane against pure Marine is going to work really well with this low tank count.
Yeah, I feel like Anubis might be working himself back into this game.
Yeah, I mean, he's still got a supply deficit, but he's got a good composition. And what he'll be looking for next is perhaps getting a few more drones and also trying to take his 4th. There is an attack coming from Eagle though, and it is going to be multi-pronged with a drop heading towards the main, although it is just sitting there at the moment. I think he'll send it in when the attack at the 3rd hits.
There's a Spore and a Spine there, but the army at the 3rd is going to push in. I don't think this drop is going to do that much damage. There are Lings there, but they're not actually doing anything. He's going to focus down the Spine Crawler. The Infestors have come back. At the same time, the tank siege. The Marines are back behind him, so he's going to lose both of those tanks. I think he's trying to avoid being fungled there. At the same time, the drop in the main, the Infestors are just sitting there. The Banes are going to hit and clean that up as well. So nice reaction there from Anubis to that multi-pronged attack. Sorry.
Yeah, that was really nice. He handled that very well. I think the Terran army could have possibly committed there, but it would have required really nice splitting. But there was only 1 Bane and only 2 Infestors, so I think he could have committed, but you know, it was risky and he didn't really know what was there. So I sort of understand his pulling back, but at the same time, by doing so, Anubis, yeah, he's definitely getting back into this. Yeah,
we do see the Ultralist tech on the way, as well as +3/+3. He hasn't started the Adrenal Glands upgrade yet, but he is going to kill off this Medivac, I think. Is it? No, it's just out of range.
There is a counter attack coming from Anubis.
Yeah.
When I play this matchup, I typically take the 3rd at the front by the Zelnaga Tower as Terran, because you can defend it more easily and use it as a staging point for attacks. And in this case, he did build a bunker, but there were no Marines in it.
Bit of a miss micro there by Anubis as well. He tried to target down the bunker and then tried to target down the orbital without attacking any of the SCVs, but he is going to attack now, and it looks like he's going to do a lot of damage He's evening out the workers kill tab. He's up to 13 at the moment. That tank is on move command and isn't doing anything, so that's going to go down as well. But he is going to choose to run into the main. Now, what is he going to go for? It looks like he's going to go for SCVs and add-ons, which is a good decision. Eagle's army is trapped on that ramp. Nice play. Yeah, nice play by Anubis. He's getting off some nice bundles, but his infested micro was not the greatest. I think his multitasking is being taxed quite a bit. Eagle is going to counter in at the third here, and it looks like he's going to be able to snipe everything that's there. At the same time, this Ling run by in the main is still going.
Yeah, it looks like Anubis, Eagle, sorry, has taken a significant lead though through all this. The Ling run by was really nice, but at the same time it meant he didn't have enough forces to hold off that attack. And as you said, he did miss micro the infestors ever so slightly. And I'm not sure he's going to be able to get the forces out now to deal with this.
No, he's got rally points all over the place. He needs to get some Banes out or some Ultras out. He's got so much gas. Not enough minerals though. I think Eagle might just push in and win the game here.
This is looking exactly like every other game now. For a minute there it looked like it was going... He went into a nice macro game this one, but again we have a bunch of Marines stimming into the natural and finishing the game.
I thought Anubis had played himself nicely back into that game, but when Eagle managed to get that third up and mining, his economy just kicked into overdrive and his supply just went insane, and there is the GG from Anubis, and Eagle takes another game.
Well, I mean, in this map, with the destructible rocks are killed, the natural is nice and close to the third, so those multi-pronged attacks might not be as effective, although in saying that, you know, you can drop the main. He's going to have to make sure he has overlords in position to scout for those drops, because you can drop it outside of the crate. And I expect the Eagle will go for these sort of multi-prong attacks against a 3-base Zerg.
So spawning up here in the top left side of Ohana, it is the last hope of Team Knight. He's 8-1 in the tournament. It is the powerhouse Zerg that is Raptor. And down here at the bottom right side of Ohana, he's on a roll. Can he close the tournament out for Fusion Slugs? It's our blue Terran player, it is Eagle.
Is red for me. Blue Terran player or Eagle. Is your Zerg purple, sir?
No, my Zerg is red.
Okay.
This is really weird. It's making it confusing because the team colours, like last time Eagle was red and now Eagle's blue.
Eagle's always been red for me. So.
I don't know what's going on. Anyway.
Eagle has, I think he's put down his depot. No, he's proxy.
Proxy Raxing.
Why oh, yeah.
Proxy Raxing. Now, Raptor's got into his main. He's 15 hatching. I would really like to see a 15 pull. You can 16 pull and still get away with it, but you are very susceptible to a 2-rax. Particularly a proxy 2-rax, so I really want to see a 15 pull, if not a 14 pull. He's got into the main and seen that there's no barracks. He's seen that there's no expansion, so I'm really hoping that he goes for the 14 pull. And he is. So a very nice read from Raptor.
Yeah, I mean, he might even scout it.
Yeah.
Yep, he's going to scout.
He sees the racks. He sees both racks, so he knows what's coming now.
So this is an excellent position for Raptor to be in. This 2-rax can still do damage though. It's very deadly, so he really needs to treat it carefully. You know, take a lot of care in controlling his lings, getting the spine up and so forth.
I like the fact that he's building an Overlord now. I really like that because, as we can see, he's not building any drones. So as soon as that pull and hatch finishes, I'm expecting to see multiple lings, and if not multiple lings, at least 1 queen at his natural. If not 2 queens, which is what I prefer to see. And a spine to follow shortly after. As the bunker does go down.
A good amount of drones. I think he's pulled the right amount of drones. There's going to be 3 bunkers going, no, 4 bunkers going up. He's going to wall it.
And that's a nice play by Eagle. So those Marines are going to be able to get free hits off on those drones. We see a spine going down. No queens in production, but we do see 10 lings. I think queens would really help right now.
He only actually needs to stop the bunker at the front going up, because the other ones they're important, but they won't do as much. I don't like from Raptor that he's sacrificed about 5 drones now, just running them into that wall.
Yes, he has sacrificed a lot of drones, and he's also built a lot of lings, which he's now not going to be able to do anything with. If he had all those lings and hadn't sacrificed those drones, I'd be happy. I'd be like, he's in a good position. He's in the spot he needs to be. But now he's going to have to worry about this little marine pressure to try and snipe that spine. If that spine goes down, he's in a bit of trouble.
I don't like him repositioning the spine there, because is that in range of the bunker?
Yes, looks like it. He does snipe that SCV.
Oh no, it's not. Okay, so that was a good spine movement by him.
And the queen does come out now. So yes, that is a very nice spine
Other than
positioning.
losing those 5 drones at the start against the wall, he's handled this pretty well.
Yeah, he has done actually not a bad job here. See, the problem is he can't. If Eagle keeps reinforcing this, which it looks like he is, although he is supply blocked at the moment, it's going to feel like Raptor isn't really safe to drone behind this. I would like to see him build another spine crawler, and then after that second spine crawler is done, he can almost exclusively drone. And he is building another spine.
Eagle actually has 5 Marines queued on each barracks, so his macro's been a little bit off, and he's got more barracks but a bit late. And he's also cut SCV production because he's got supply blocked at 19, which just isn't good at all. He's only just started his depot.
He has been supply blocked there for a long time.
Yeah. So this isn't as good as for Raptor as it could be. He is trying to take down that spine. So yeah, he has started a second spine that you suggest, which I think is a good idea, because I think what he should actually do is move that first spine back a little bit. But you can see that Raptor's trying to time it, so he leaves the bunker as the spine hits the bunker, so that it doesn't then hit the Marines.
And there is a little bit of a trade there. I don't think that was a good move for Raptor. The second spine is down range of the bunker as well. But there are more than enough SCVs. Nice by Raptor. He's going to get that SCV. He does take out one SCV. Now that's important. But it looks like Eagle is going to try and pick off that spine. Speed has finished, which is also important. And I do like the fact that he's building a baneling nest. At the same time for Eagle though, he is getting this expansion up. So he's trying to keep in the game. But I think Raptor's...
Yeah, I don't think he's out of it by
no.
There's a very low drone count still. The actual worker count is 21, harvesters to 15. So it's not that bad for our Terra player. He is very reliant on tech, he has no gas, where the Zo player has a fair bit of gas.
I'm interested to see what Raptor decides to do here, because he's built 10 more lings. Now that baneling nest has finished, so he can either try and counter with some sort of ling bane bust, but he's just going to throw all these lings out at these bunkers.
I think he should run them. Should have run them past, to be honest. Done a counter, or even killed. He should have been using them to kill the rocks this whole time to create another avenue of attack. But instead, he said he's just literally just throwing away a bunch of lings for seemingly no reason.
Yeah, I mean, what he could have done was sort of I think it's what he sort of tried to do, but it hasn't quite worked. If he'd moved the spine first and had the bunkers start targeting the spine, he's either going to lose the spine and clean the bunker up with his lings, and then if it starts targeting the lings, he can burrow the spine without it taking damage. But he has ended up cleaning it up anyway. So the lings are going to go across the map. Now for Eagle, there's 2 racks that are floating that can't really do anything. He is building 3 racks as a wall at the front, which is a good choice, because I really feel like Raptor could baneling bust here and do a lot of damage.
Oh, there's a gap in Eagle's wall.
And Eagle's realised it as well, yeah.
I think that Raptor should have committed with all his lings just then. Instead, he's had them sitting in that tower for a while. Like, even if he didn't get in, he could have attacked those. There was several minutes while those barracks were being built, and there were no Marines there. He could just attack them and possibly even cancel them. He could also, I think he should start working down the rocks. I think he should be way more aggressive than he has been.
Yeah, I agree. I think he is going to try and hit a Roachling Bane timing. But I agree, I think he really needs to start working on those rocks, because that barracks wall, you're not getting through that without significant casualties.
Yeah, exactly. And I think Eagle knows something is likely to happen, because he's putting out that second bunker and he's landing that barracks near the rocks. I still think, you know, just work down the rocks with those lings, or even work down his own rocks if he's planning on playing a macro game. I think he should do something. He's got a bunch of roaches now.
Yeah, he
It
has.
looks like he's going to go roach lane.
Yeah, I did call that, and I think it's a good decision by Raptor. But I would like to see him, once he sees that there's barracks wall, if he sees that there's a barracks wall, he's got an overlord here that he could use to scout. If he sees that there's a barracks wall, I would really like to see him pull back and take a third straight away, because he's already up by about 30 supply at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure this attack will do that much damage. I think what he can't fight the bunkers, I don't believe. I think he needs to run past them, but yeah, now the barracks wall's up. So I think he can just snipe those with the roaches, leave, and take a third.
I mean, if you look at it, he's forced, what, like 7 barracks?
Yeah, and like there's no gas found.
7 barracks, 2 bunkers, 3 bunkers. A whole lot of SCVs were just sitting there waiting to repair. So I would really like to see our Zerg player take a third and even a fourth. I mean, he knows he's not going to be able to be countered anytime soon. He can build, all the Terran player is really going to be able to build is mass marine, in which case he can get Banes out. And so that's exactly what Raptor's doing. He's taking that third, he's destroying his own rocks. I would really like to see him take a fourth as well and get working on that creep spread.
Yeah, I mean, I don't 100% know if I like this roach ling aggression. I think what would have been better is much earlier aggression, just a pure ling, or ling bane. But I did like the idea of being aggressive in general though. And now he's still ahead in the harvest account, but yeah, he needs to macro up hard.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was gonna go for that much earlier aggression because he had a lot of lings left over. And as I was saying earlier, when you try and a Terran player commits that much to a 2 racks bunker rush, they don't really have that much left in their main. And if he'd just gone straight for it, he would have literally been able to run past, because that barracks wall wasn't walled off. And if he'd just run past,
he to run in and win.
Pretty much. But as
There
this,
were like 2 marines. You ignore the bunker, it's going to be pretty hard for the Terran player to actually not just lose them in there.
as they say, hindsight's 20/20. But we do see a fourth going down for Raptor, so I do like that. But if we look at, he's got a Spire about to finish, and he's got a lot of resources banked up. So there are 12 Mutalisks on the way, as well as Baneling speed and +1/+1 for his melee and armor. Also about to finish. So we could see some sort of multi-pronged attack with Mutalisks in the main and the Roachling at the front. But our Terran player is pushing out here and trying to secure his third, which I'm not sure is the greatest of timings. There's no Banelings in this composition, which I really would have liked to have seen.
It looks like the Zerg player will just have enough to take victory here. So he's going to be able to delay that third just a little bit, and those are upgradeless Marines, because Combat Shield is just finished for them, and +1/+1 is on its way, but yeah, nice to know in the third. I'm not sure I hugely like the Mutalist choice, simply because he knows that the Terran's so heavily committed to Marines.
I agree.
I would have liked to have seen Infestors, or just him walking a bunch of Banes. But the Mutas, they will be able to do a good amount of damage, I think.
I don't even think he needed to take to the Mutas. I think he could have, like, just produced drones, really.
Yeah,
got...
so do I, because it's not like you needed to clear up drops because gas is so delayed. I mean, he must have had an idea gas would be heavily delayed because of all the barracks, so drop ships wouldn't have been that soon. No stim would be soon. Yeah, I'm not sure I like the Mutas. But
I mean, he had that...
So much done.
Yeah, they're about to come in. He had that significant army that was basically holding a contain. He's going to go for these NG bays, but I don't think he's going to get them before the upgrade's finished, so he's just going to move on straight away. See if missile towers are going down, but he's going to clean up the SCV's building, and let's see how many he gets. The Marines from Eagle are well out of position and are going to be forced through a tiny little choke. So he's not even going to be able to get in there. It looks like Eagle's just going to go and turn around for an all-out counter-attack.
Yeah, this is an interesting choice. Basically, Raptor, he needs to... He knows it's coming. He's got a ling at the tower. So he needs to start morphing,
Yeah, he's morphing Banes. That's a good read.
And given the damage he's done, he can probably give up a base or 2 and still be in okay position.
Well, if we look at... Or if we look at Eagle and it doesn't engage here, the Banes aren't going to come down. We do see Sting going down, the Banes haven't connected yet. The Mutas are going to come in, but they don't really want to engage those Marines. The Marines are on retreat. Nice splitting from Eagle, but the Banes do connect at the end there. But I think Eagle... No, he isn't going to quite have enough, I don't think. And there is the GG.